because we winning this year. We winning this year. We winning this year. We winning this year. Yo, listen, man, we're super excited to have this next brother on. You probably seen him all over YouTube. You probably seen him all over your television. And he comes from one of my brother from my home island of Haiti. So make some noise for Choppa Zoe. Okay. Make some noise. Listen. Make some noise one more time for Choppa Zoe. Yeah, we're excited to have you here.
So, can you just please tell us a little bit about your journey and how you ended up where you are now?
I go by the name of Choppa Zoe. Mostly, I might know me for Money and Violence. I'm an artist, actor / fitness, weight loss warrior. I lost over 220 pounds. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm Haitian, 1 of 5. I'm a twin brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all like right there, real quick. You know what I mean? But I'm from Palm Beach. I've been in New York City just grinding, trying to find my way, and I think I found my way. You know?
Yes, y'all. Yo, listen. I was listening to your song as they just introduced you. You got theme music when you walk in. You know you're important when you got theme music, right? Listen, a lot of times people think that the rap game is sweet, right?
Yeah.
But a lot comes with it. Like my man Fabulous said, I'm trying to become something, and they probably become jealous. Mm-hmm. And in your song, okay, you said they be hating, but that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me some about some of the obstacles that you had to overcome. Maybe some people did you wrong on the way up, or maybe got jealousy. Tell us a little bit about that, the obstacles you had to overcome.
You know what? It literally went from me telling, my neighborhood my idea, and them looking at me, the screw face, like, whatever, to people, I grew up with all my life. Now they asking me for pictures and stuff like that, which is dope. But at the same time, it shows you the flip side of things, because, growing up in West Palm, you don't know an artist from West Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? Besides really me, Choppa Zoe, that it's like, that I've gotten to this point. People, I remember the doubts. I remember the whatevers, you know what I mean? And now, I just did Power 105 with DJ Sup about 2 weeks ago. Yes. And I bodied, and I literally killed that freestyle, to the point where World Star Hip Hop, they posted, I went so crazy on the mic, but I remember the looks on people's face when they would laugh and stuff like that, but it's not about that, man. It's, I'm killing them with my success. You know what I'm saying? So I pay them no mind. I always tell other artists, there's a young boy from DC in here, I always tell other artists, when you see your Instagram and they start talking crazy on your Instagram, just know that you're doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day I had somebody say something crazy, on my Instagram, and I don't know the person. It just lets me know I'm in the right direction. The fact that you worried about me and I ain't make $1 with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but you can take everything with a grain of salt, bro. It's part of the process. If you have no hate, you're really not doing nothing. So that's really it.
So statistics is now showing that the rap game is getting a little harder now, opposed to the NFL and the NBA. What can you say about yourself, that how you happen to set yourself apart from people that are already in that rap game, staying in their own path?
Just being myself. I think it's harder because you got a bunch of copycats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dissing designer, but I don't, like, how does that even happen in the game of hip hop? Like, how can you have somebody that copies somebody else and actually succeed? You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's why it's hard for other people, because they are copying It's the person, you know, to the right and the left of them, you know. If you be yourself, you always gonna stand out, you know what I mean? So, on myself, I tell my real story. I'm not ashamed to say, yeah, bro. You know, every artist nowadays is acting like they literally came from a golden spoon. Well, not me. You know what I mean? My mom, 5 kids, like, I struggled. You know what I mean? I was homeless here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? To chase my dream. You feel me? So, you know, I was living out of a garage. You know what I mean? So, I always tell people to just keep pushing forward. That's it, you know?
Okay. Now, a lot of the messages in the mainstream music is getting, it seems like to be very destructive.
Yeah.
Right? So, what advice do you give to the kids out there that hear the music and want to emulate what they hear on the radio? Because you could, like the brother said earlier, you could turn on the radio and somebody just caught a body about a week ago.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And all these type of things that are going on. What do you say to someone that hears it, thinks it's cool, and want to do what they heard on the song?
Before I even say something to the kid, I want to say something to the parents. Raise your child. You know what I mean? Like, people always blaming hip-hop for everything. Me, I keep it real. I got songs that'll uplift you. I got songs that'll probably make you want to do something stupid. And the reason why is because it's an expression. You know what I mean? I've been through certain things in my life that, you know, I recall, and I'm talking about that situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell the 17-year-old, the 16-year-old, understand that there's consequences with that. You understand what I mean? But I think it starts with the parenting, you know, because I used to listen to crazy music too. I ain't go out and do all that crazy stuff, you know. You understand what I'm saying? So, especially growing up Haitian, you had your parents like a hawk. You feel me? You know how that is. Like, you weren't really even allowed to watch BET. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So, it starts with the youth, but more importantly to me, it's the parents. You know, be involved in your kids' life. I remember in elementary when I used to come home, my mama used to check my backpack. Parents don't even do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My mama used to dump out my backpack. What? You got a Power Ranger pencil? Where does this come from? I ain't buy you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was on it like that. You feel me? So I think it's not, kids gonna be kids. They gonna follow, do what they do, just like we all did. But if you have nobody to steer them, that, to me, that's way more important.
Yo, that's amazing. Give it up. Listen, I see you got some merchandise with you.
Yeah, man, I want to pass out some, the OK record right now is just hit over 300,000 plays.
Yes.
So it's in Atlanta, Miami, DJs out here playing it. I got some merchandise for y'all. I want to just hand out a few t-shirts. You know?
I need some more participation. We're not doing something but
ask me anything.
Yes. This is your time to get all your questions answered. Give us some comments about the show so far, anything that Choppa Zoe said that you connected with. I want to hear from y'all. What we got?
Somebody?
Yo.
Anybody?
I got a question for Choppa.
Oh, you don't want that shirt.
Now, so Choppa, growing up, can you speak a little bit about somebody who maybe inspired you?
My uncle, he inspired me because I thought we was real poor. Until he was like, man, you want to make some money? I was like, yeah. I paid $10 an hour. I was like 10. So to make $10 an hour at 10 was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, we're going to go lay down some grass. And we went to this spot, we was laying down grass, and I was like, man, what are you working for? He was like, man, this is my complex. And I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, my uncle he owned a complex. So my uncle Dominic, he was, he motivated me to just chase whatever. So I seen him come from Haiti and just start to bring in family member after family member. And for him to own something, it was crazy. And after him, I'll say Master P. I was a big fan of Master P growing up because he built the label with his brothers. Like, I wish my brothers could rap. You know what I mean? We'll be a rapping duo, you feel me? But, you know, they on the business side of things. So Master P and my uncle, man, that's who I always looked up to.
Yeah, I just want to ask you, at some of your lower points, like you mentioned, moving over here to New York City,
Yeah.
went through, and some of your lowest points, what was your mindset that kept you pushing forward versus giving up? or maybe some youth that might help?
The thought of my mama, really. My mom is my motivation, you hear me? So the thought of her, the thought of me going back home empty-handed, it just didn't sit well with me, you know what I mean? It's like, my uncle did it, he didn't speak no English. I was born, raised in America, what's my problem? You know what I'm saying? So I always look at stuff like that, like I look at the foreigners. They come here and they do better than people born in the country. The reason why is because they had nothing. You feel me? So what kept me going is knowing that I come from that. I come from a strong family. You know what I mean? I thought about my mom working, 2 jobs just to make the rent. And I said to myself, like, bro, dust it off, get up, and keep it pushing. That's it. Because it's like, they did it. I really, really, really have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? So that was it right there.
Yes, y'all. We got a question up top over here. The mic's over here. We're gonna grab your microphone right over here. Right up top over here.
Hold on, probably have a question here.
Oh, my bad.
Would you do everything over again?
Most definitely. There's certain things I would change. Of course, you live and learn. There's certain things that, if I could go back and I'd be like, I shouldn't have did that, because it cost me. You understand what I'm saying? But would I do everything all over again in a heartbeat? Because I'm able to stand in front of people like y'all now and share a testimony and give somebody some type of motivation. So it was all worth it. Definitely.
I got you one too.
Definitely.
Yeah, another question. Hold on.
Hi, my name is Yanni.
How you doing?
I'm good. My question is, I know you guys at this point now, but is there anything that's to inspire you to do in the future?
Yes, I always set small goals. Back to what he was saying about the New Year's resolution. I always set small goals for myself. Like, I want to write, right now, I'm writing my first film. You know what I mean? I'm coming out with my first movie, this year. So, I'm always trying to be the best version of myself. Like, even, I lost 220 pounds. I still want to lose like 15 more. You know what I'm saying? Because I always can be the best version of myself. I don't, to be content is why. You get one life. You live it how you choose. You know what I mean?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Annie. So my question is, what else do you do besides things like this to, help the younger generation stay on track?
Well, me being from West Palm Beach, Florida, I actually got a nonprofit organization. We've been, it's our fifth, this August coming up is going to be our 5th annual back to school drive. So I go back to my hometown, we fill up a truck, and we pass away backpacks. We speak to the kids. You can come out there, ICs, whatever you want for the kids. I've even, personally, helped families just on my own, without, a super big budget. I don't have no sponsors, nothing like that. It's me, my homeboys. Bro, we're gonna help the community. This is where we from. I'm not gonna go to nobody else, place to do it. I'm gonna give back to the ones that supported me first. So, yeah, that's
Yes, y'all.
Hi, my name is Michel. After all your success, why did you remain humble?
You know what? Remembering that where I came from, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I love to hear that because I hear it all the time. Like, damn, I met him, he's very humble, and I want to continue to hear that because I remember when I didn't have supporters. Like right now, I got 40,000 Instagram followers or something I remember when I had 3,000. My brand is growing, and when I see people, strangers, singing my song, a stranger coming up to me and say, yo, bro, I see you weight loss, I'm motivated by that. That's what humbles me. And then I've also seen the cocky people in this industry go up, crash, and because they look down on so many others, nobody will help them. Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't remain humble. You know, you never know who's cutting that check, man. Shut up and listen. That's what I tell people. Shut up and listen. You too. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, my question is, what was the worst you had to go through in order to realize you could do better?
Being homeless. Being homeless, you know, growing up, you know, just like the brothers before said, you know, I was in the streets, I was facing 15 years in prison, you know what I mean? I've been through my trials and tribulations as well, and I wasn't used to ever having to look to my left or right for help. And the fact that I was homeless in New York City, it was like, it wasn't just embarrassing, it was like, I couldn't believe that I was actually homeless, you know? So being homeless, going to the gym and take a shower, you know, days I literally didn't eat, you know, nobody to look to the left or right to help. My lowest point was just being homeless, and I had to pick myself up and get 2 jobs, matter of fact, 3 jobs, and do what I had to do. You know, I even had to get back in the streets to get out of that situation. So,
Make some noise one time for Choppa Zoe.
How can we get in contact with you? How can we follow you? How can we see some of the work that you're doing?
oh, my website lit now. ChoppaZoe.com. You know, I got the website up. Y'all can check out the new video, the OK record. It's out now. Y'all get the single on iTunes. Choppa Zoe on Instagram. Choppa Zoe everything. I'm on Tumblr. Nobody's on that, but I'm on there because it's free. So follow me on everything. Choppa Zoe. You baby.
Make some noise one time for Choppa Zoe.
Look at me! Look at my arm! I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man can reap. And ain't I a woman? Shoot, I could work as much and eat as much as a man when I could get to it. And pay less as well. And ain't I a woman?
2010. And each year, I'm so blessed to be able to work with all of these young people, and I just love doing it, and just teaching them the steps. And we work hard. I work them hard Saturdays, and you know, even on the weekends, we do all types of music shows. So we just want to thank you for allowing us to come here, and we hope that you enjoyed the performance. Thank you so much.
Because we winning this year. We winning